Tonight, we've got an exclusive sit down with Paul Kevin Curtis, the Elvis impersonator turned whistleblower who blew the lid off a chilling organ trafficking ring in Mississippi, only to face brutal persecution from federal agencies that framed him in the infamous 2013 Rice and Letters case targeting President Obama. Fully vindicated when the real culprit was busted, Kevin's wild journey hit the big time in Netflix's The Kings of Tupelo documentary last year, and he is here to spill on life after the spotlight, his ongoing fight for justice, and the dark secrets still lurking in the shadows. You're not going to want to miss this. The news you need to know, but with solutions and hope. This is Get Free with Christy Lee. Good evening. If you have not seen Kings of Tupelo on Netflix, you should see it. I wanted to play just a quick clip of how great this documentary is, just to give you a little taste, and hopefully you'll check it out, especially after this interview. But here's just a short clip of the trailer.
Police say their investigation began from an anonymous tip.
I told the FBI, we have a strange individual.
I had the most controversial story in the entire state of Mississippi and possibly the entire country. My mama raised me on Jesus, Elvis, and cornbread, and yes, in that order. I had a peaceful, nice life. But one person hated me and made my life a living hell, James.
There it is, just a small taste of the trailer. Paul Kevin Curtis, the subject of the documentary, is ridiculed for trying to uncover what he saw as corruption, smeared by the media, and eventually harassed by our three-letter agencies. Sound familiar? In April 2013, Kevin was arrested for allegedly sending rice and laced letters to public figures, including President Obama. You can only imagine how that went. But clearly, he was innocent, as he joins us now today. Paul, thank you so much for joining me. I've been honored to have you before. Here's another chance that I get to sit with you. And when I've interviewed you in the past, that was before. Wow, we've been flooded with news of organ harvesting and people being kept alive to take their organs. And I mean, this is something that you were ridiculed about before, right?
Right. That's something I was demonized for even suggesting that such went on in any business, whether it be the healthcare business, the world of politics, the world of black market organ harvesting. And like I said, 25 years ago, nobody on the planet Earth was talking about black market organs and bones and tissue. And when I went full throttle with it 25 years ago, and I mean, the first day is when I filed a lawsuit for $16 million against the hospital for firing me just for asking, what do you guys do with those bones and heads and arms and legs and feet, and I saw every part of a body of a human being, man, woman, child, baby, that you could see. And I think anybody in the world would have done and felt and thought exactly like I felt, thought, and did. But when you reflect on it, look back, it's easy for people to just sit there and assume, oh, I would have never, oh, I would keep my job and protect my family, and all my dogs and cats wouldn't be murdered now. I wouldn't have all these gang stalkers. Hindsight's 2020, if not better, more clear. But I can't go back 25 years and shut my mouth and close my eyes and cover my ears and go, I'm going to pretend that I don't see in here and notice what I'm looking at right now. And I'm going to pretend I'm not holding a severed head of a man that I spoke to 2 days ago in the ER. But the fact is, I did speak to him, and he did die there. And his head was taken from his body, and his body left there and went to a funeral home, but not his head. I thought that was a valid question. 25 years ago, I thought that. And today I stand on that. I think it was a valid question. And no, I did not watch too many horror movies when I was a child or a teenager. And I did not have an imagination run wild with me. I was 34 years old. I owned my own business. I was on TV every week. I was in a radio, newspaper, opening up for members of the Grand Ole Opry. I had a wonderful life, and I was living the American dream. It was all cut from me. I lost everything because I asked that question. Now, if that question launched a full attack on my personal, professional music life, my business, my cleaning service that I spent 15 years running. And I mean, it was the most successful cleaning business in the area. Like people were no longer. I'm not going to name the name. There were two other cleaning companies that were professional, licensed, bonded cleaning services. Me and them two, and I was putting them all out of business 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. After 7, 8 years, I had gotten 80% of the number one professional cleaning service in Northeast Mississippi. So I was making all the money a man could desire. I mean, I'm a high school dropout. And for me to break 60, 70, $80,000 in a year back then in the 90s, that was something that no one had heard of. Like when you drop out of high school and you get your GED, you're just in Mississippi. It's just like, well, just go lay some bricks, just be a janitor, just be thankful for whatever you can get. That mentality. But fortunately, I moved around. I was cultured. I lived in Canada. I lived in Chicago. I lived in Texas. I lived in Louisiana, Tennessee. I moved around. My dad moved us around when I was a kid, so I could adapt to whatever, wherever we went. I could pick right up and adapt to. I didn't just freak out and go, "Oh my God, I need my hometown. I need my friends. I need my surroundings." I was born with a thick, skin, and I could just adapt to whatever the situation was. I fit right into Chicago, Illinois, spent 7 years there and loved it. But yeah, I lost everything and I'm not too happy about it. And I've let everyone know that I'm not happy about it. It's not a mystery. My brother, who is an Elvis impersonator and a businessman, he's flourished. He's flourishing more so after the documentary. My documentary that I spent 20 years to make happen. I'm the only one that signed the contract. I'm the only one that got paid the money. Like, why am I the only one not working? Why am I the only one on the unemployment list and the blacklist now where, oh God, we can't, don't talk to Kevin Curtis. He's talking about those severed heads and those body parts. So, like, why did I lose my life? I would like my life back. Now, I'm not saying I would like to have a commercial cleaning business back and I would like to be buffing floors at banks and law offices tomorrow. No, but I was born to entertain. Like I've had people come up to me for 30 years out of the audience and say, "Oh my God, like I saw Elvis in concert in 72, and I feel like I just saw Elvis and Vince Gill and George Jones and Conway Twitty and 50 other people at once. Like you can do anybody on stage and bring them to life and make me think I'm actually at their concert. When I turn my head, I'm literally listening to Buddy Holly or Johnny Cash or Roy Orbison or Kid Rock or Prince or Bon Jovi. Like I spent my whole life just perfecting this art. And instead of getting a pat on my back and a paycheck, I am demonized and called a wacko crazy nut job. Okay, so now I am I'm confirmed to be legit now. I am, what's the term? They can cancel you and then
Vindicated.
they can confirm you. What's
Yeah.
the term when they
Vindicated? That's what I
well,
think
no,
of.
I have not
Feel
been.
like,
I have never
oh,
been
you've been
vindicated.
vindicated as far as like you being right, but you haven't gotten your life back. I think so many people can be sympathetic to this now more than ever because so many people have been attacked, censored, canceled with
Cancel.
what we went through the past 4 years. But your life is so wild, the ups and downs, that it is certainly worthy of the documentary. And I was thoroughly entertained. I can't say that I am a big fan of your brother after watching that because I'm like, man, he stole everything from him. But
Yeah, he
I'm not trying to
right.
cause any family fighting, but it's sad because you really put yourself out there and you started this thing, and then like you said, he's kind of made out, and here you are still struggling. But Again, for people that didn't watch the whole thing, it's really hard to summarize it. But this all started when you were working in a hospital. You had a great job in the hospital. You were forced to go down and clean an area. You opened the fridge to look for a Dr. Pepper, and you saw a bunch of body parts. And no one would tell you, like, is this normal? No one would tell you. In fact, they shut you down. And again, I'm super summarizing this. They shut you down. They told you couldn't come back. You got fired. You lost everything there. And then on top of it, you get falsely accused of sending poison to kill President Obama. You were terrorized by the three-letter agencies. Again, something that people can be more sympathetic to because we've seen it happen to other people. And then the fact that you've been a whistleblower. I've interviewed multiple other whistleblowers, even from the three-letter agencies, and how badly their life was turned out upside down by trying to tell the truth. But on this one issue, the thing that started it all, the organ raising, once you're like, whoa, I think these hospitals are like stealing organs and have some kind of business. That's been kind of wild to see in just the past few months that we're hearing from RFK Jr. talking about how he wants to look into this and investigate this, that this is happening. So, I mean, you've been really vindicated on that topic, I would think.
Well, I've reached out to RFK Jr. 12 dozen times in the last 6 weeks. No reply. I've reached out to everyone in his team, everyone on Donald Trump's team, everyone who presents themselves as someone that's digging into this to put an end to it, to stop this crime against humanity. No one will talk to me. It's just like I've been inked out of society. Yeah, I got this big Netflix docuseries, and I'm not canceled to the whole image of, oh, he is a nut job. No, he's not a nut job. He was just telling the truth, and he lost everything. Back up to the hospital. It was just one of 30 contracts. I was a business owner. I put on a suit 3 or 4 days a week, a suit and tie, and I walked around and I knocked on business doors, Fortune 2000 companies, and I handed my business card and I offered a bid on the corporations. We're talking 7-story, 10-story corporations, and I would place the bid. And it would only take me 15 to 20 minutes of a walkthrough to see exactly how much time it would take a 2 to 3 person crew to go through that business 1 to 3 days a week or 5 days a week and clean that building and buff the floors and clean the carpet. And I mastered that after 2 years. And so 10 years into the business, I could walk in 5 minutes and get a $40,000 a year contract. So whoever I was a threat to back in 1999, I still don't know to this day. The karate instructor, someone that was running the Tupelo Hospital, I've been told by former employees of the hospital that it's run by the Mexican mafia. Now, whether that's a fact, I don't know. I haven't dug into that because I haven't had time. I've been living my life, and I've been working really hard to redeem what I built for 35 years on this planet of the ultimate tribute extravaganza. So there I was, a businessman who had a family, 4 children, a wife, home, land, 5 cars, debt-free, living the American dream. Lost every single bit of it, every car, all the land, the home, the wife, the cleaning business, the music, the stage, and my brother flourished, and thousands of other Elvis impersonators around the world flourished. It's like, but Kevin Curtis, where did he go? Nobody knows. I've got 10,000 emails and 5,000 private messages on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook where everyone's asking, where are you? What are you doing? Because we don't see you on stage. We don't see you in the news. We don't see you on the congressional floors. Well, it was all taken from me. And when you whistleblow and you lose everything, it kind of leads one to think, well, he must have been right because he lost everything.
Yeah.
End of story.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this interview with Paul Kevin Curtis, the Elvis impersonator who was then accused of a plot to kill the president. Pretty wild story. Hope you're enjoying this. Want to take a quick break so that you can hear from those that make this show possible. Thank you for watching Lindell TV. We'll be right back in a moment.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now. With everybody talking about making America healthy again, I thought today'd be a great day to talk to all my fellow patriots about the importance of making your homes healthy again. Well, we have proudly partnered with airwaterhealing.com and their revolutionary whole home air purification system. The V3 from Air Water Healing does 3,000 square feet of purification. It eliminates dust, mold, viruses, and odors. But here's the part I love. They require no filters to ever be changed and virtually no maintenance. Whether you suffer from asthma, allergies, seasonal bronchitis, or just want to protect your family from the flu or even greater threats, don't wait to get your V3 from airwaterhealing.com today. Use code Lindell for 20% off in savings and free shipping. That's promo code Lindell at airwaterhealing.com.
Welcome to Vocal, the free speech social app that gives you a platform to amplify your voice. Speak freely, connect boldly, and be part of a growing movement for truth, faith, and freedom. Want to know what's happening right now? The Now Playing feature shows you exactly who's live and what's streaming in real time. Check out the show's feed, a non-stop lineup including Lindell TV News 24/7, shows and on-demand programming all in one place. Connect with your favorite host and never miss a show. Explore the featured page for quick access to Lindell TV's top shows. Follow your favorites and watch their newest content flow right into your feed. And when they go live on Vocal, you can join the live chat and be part of the action. Ask questions, share your thoughts, even help shape future shows. Stay informed on issues around securing our elections by following your state's Cause of America account. Join a group and connect on a deeper level, from faith and freedom to the future of our nation. Go to vocal.com or download the app today and be a part of the mission to save our country.
Whether it's being a weekend warrior or spending time with your family, feeling your best is the key to doing the things you love. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nirvanta. It's a natural solution designed to help you stay active and live well naturally. Nirvanta is a topical blend of all natural essential oils like frankincense, myrrh, and a proprietary gold standard plant stock extract. It's perfect for your hands, feet, knees, back, or anywhere else that needs a little extra care. Use Nirvanta proactively as part of your daily maintenance routine, and you're guaranteed you're going to feel the difference. Simply massage Nirvanta in for at least 60 seconds, 2 to 3 times a day to get the best results. And if you're not completely satisfied, you get your money back. No questions asked. There's simply no risk and no reason not to try Nirvanta today. Right now, you get 15% off with code Lindell exclusively at nirvantahealth.com. So stop reaching out for that medicine cabinet. Get Nirvanta instead and experience the difference. Go to nirvantahealth.com. Use code Lindell to get 15% off today. Nirvanta Health. Live well naturally.
Yeah, you're still trying to push House Bill Resolution 6631. Tell me about that and tell me how hard that's been to get a politician to sponsor it.
Zero politicians will speak to me, will accept my call, will return an email. I've reached out on every platform there. Come on, they know me. They know I'm down in Mississippi. You know, they know I'm with the cows and the skunks and the rodeo. They know the old Elvis guy down here with the foot fetish is still talking about that House bill resolution to regulate bone, tissue, organ, and body parts harvesting. Well, their attitude seems to be, hey, why don't you shut the hell up? We're tired of hearing about you. We don't want to hear about your documentary, your docuseries. We don't want to hear about your organ harvesting theory. Guess what? It doesn't take Ventura over in California to say it's no longer a theory. The guy was proven 100% accurate right. After 25 years, I'm the first person on this planet Earth that put everything on the line to throw my so-called theory, which I claim is a reality. There's conspiracy theories and there's conspiracy realities. Paul Kevin Curtis stands on the platform of a conspiracy reality. That everything that I have put out there has come to pass as being a realistic situation. It's happening in people's lives. People's bones, skin, fingers, severed heads, brains are harvested on a black market. Now, fast forward to 6 weeks ago, a man calls me up at 10:30 at night on a the son of a prominent physician that passed away, but worked at the North Mississippi Medical Center in Tupelo for 3 decades. And in fact, he retired the month you began your contract at the hospital in Tupelo. Interesting little tidbit. File that away in your database. We'll go back to that in a year from now and laugh about how right I was about this. So this guy calls me blind out of nowhere. Hi, I'm John Doe. This was my father. I have to come clean with you. He's dead. My mother has died, and I have been given millions of dollars and a flash drive in a safety deposit box in Tupelo, Mississippi. And on that flash drive are transactions for 3 decades of politicians. My father is a doctor, other physicians, funeral home owners, and they all worked together and they had diplomatic immunity flying to India, China, the Philippines, Japan, Korea, and all these other countries, delivering body parts, picking up body parts, and making transactions. Therefore, paying money, accepting money. And he said, I have the flash drive and I want you to have it. I go, I'm playing the devil's advocate. Oh, really, John Doe? So you really want me to have this? This is your father, the physician, the surgeon that spent 3 decades at the hospital. Why do you want to turn that over to me and ruin his legacy? What are you, a whistleblower? Are you an activist? Are you a politician? What are you? Are you an Elvis impersonator? Like, why are you jumping on my bandwagon down and saying, hey, you're a good guy. I want to help you. I want to solidify your truth. Yeah, sure, I trust you. So he asked me to meet him at a private location, and he's flying in, and he wants me to. This is my life. This is me answering the phone. This guy's called me 15 times, sometimes after midnight, sometimes crying. A grown man crying on the phone, telling me, I got to get off my conscience. I'm dying. I have a disease. I have a year or two to live. And I can't believe my father and my mother did this. And he said, when I was a kid, I discovered a crate full of severed heads and arms and legs. And I was 9 years old. And I asked my father in India, what is this, Dad? Like, you're a doctor. What am I looking at? And the doctor looks at his son with this look that he'll never erase from his mind, coming from him onto my phone, and says, he told me never question anything you see on vacation with me. Do you understand? And this is how I was dealt with at the North Mississippi Medical Center when I said, hey, what do y'all do with severed heads and feet and little baby feet and women's feet with painted toenails and men's feet and men's legs and women's legs? Like, that's what I just discovered in an upright refrigerator in the morgue. Well, what were you doing looking in there? That was their question. What were you doing looking in? They got on the defense with me. I got thirsty and I thought there might be a Dr. Pepper in there. That was my comeback because the truth don't change. And then they look at my name tag. Boom. I'm thrown out. I'm handcuffed. I'm banned for life from not only the Tupelo Hospital, for the rest of eternity, from every single entity that's on their property, located on or near their property, that has the NMMC or the cross emblem. Oh, yeah. That cross that the North Mississippi Medical Center has on every blue little emblem, because they care, and they're so Christian, and they care so much about people and health and a healthy society. But they were willing to ban me and throw me out. And then I lost every contract connected to them. I didn't know that $50,000 worth of other contracts that I had for 10 years was connected to them. It's like when it's that there's a saying, when we fire you, you fired all over the world, son. And when I came up with a comedy act called The Motivational Janitor, and I jumped in my car and I started driving to Arkansas and Texas and Louisiana and Alabama, and I would jump up on stage with my big, thick, broken glasses and my old 50s outdated nerd blazer. And I said, I'm here to change your life. I'm the motivational janitor. I was like Anthony Robbins, musically doing impressions and improv, and I mean, it worked. Like, people were clapping and hollering and laughing. I would get $350 for an hour of the motivational janitor and make $1,200 in tips. So I knew it was working. Why I didn't get the hell out of Mississippi and go to LA, Chicago, New York, and other places that would have appreciated what I had to offer as an entertainer, I don't know. I guess my kids is the answer. My children is why I stayed here, to make it to the birthday parties, to take them to the bowling alley, to take them to the skating rink, and to watch them grow and flourish and go to college and graduate and have children of their own. That's the American dream, the dream I was living from 1992 until 2005. But I lost everything. I mean, I have nothing. I don't have music. I don't have a business. What do I have now? A check from Netflix in the bank. Oh, and everybody in the world knows I like pretty feet, and I have women. I got women all over the world sending me their feet. Here, I'm a size 6.
So funny. Paul, even when it came out, like, you were dragged through the mud when you were accused of trying to kill President Obama. That was all over the news. People will, I feel like, remember it, when it's brought to their attention again, because it was huge when it happened. But when you were starting to get cleared of that, you did go through a period of time where you were on network shows, like Katie Couric even interviewed you, but you said even during that time period, you were censored.
I was censored and told, literally, my attorneys got so angry with me. They were the gatekeepers. My 2 attorneys, and one of the attorneys he died last year. He had a massive heart attack. He was a real nice guy to me, but they were gatekeepers. He was with the FBI for 24 or 23 years. And then something happened. Some mysterious lawsuit went down, and he sued the FBI. And I think he won, but they fired him, and his life turned upside down. And he's told me to my face, this is why I came in when the other attorney represented you. And I heard about it. I said, you know what? I want on this case too. So I have the former chief of the Mississippi FBI representing me against all the 3-letter words. And I mean, we're talking 7 branches of the top law enforcement agency of this country arrested me falsely and destroyed my home, tore up my car, never said I'm sorry, never wrote me a check for the $10,000 in damages to my home, killed my fish, shot my dog Moo Cow with a tranquilizer gun. Go on the Katie Couric show, Inside Edition, Piers Morgan, Good Morning America, all of these shows, Katie Couric, and they go to commercial every time I started saying, you know what? Between me and the camera and the 50 million people watching, I think this was related to the body parts I discovered at the hospital in Tupelo. Cut, go to commercial, edit. And then this calm, cool, collective gentleman walks up to me. Hello, I'm John, the producer here at NBC Studios. Listen, let's just not talk about these theories that you have in your mind, and also don't mention God and Jesus and anything like that. I noticed, a minute ago you said to Katie, Jesus is my bodyguard. I don't really need my martial arts training because God's in control of whatever happens to me. As a Christian man in the United States of America, I didn't realize by saying the 3-letter word, God, oh, got to commercial. He's a Christian fanatic from Mississippi. He's a hick from Mississippi that believes in Jesus. Cut to commercial. We thought he was going to be politically correct and say everything we wanted him to say. Well, guess what? I'm not a puppet on a string. I just tell the truth. So hook me up to a lie detector test. Anybody in the world, I challenge you out there. Hook me up to your lie detector test. I don't care who you are. I challenge any detective, any investigator, any police system, and ask me any question you want to know about organ harvesting, the body parts, what happened to me at the hospital, my home being burned to the ground, my dog being shot, my other 3 dogs being murdered and shot, my cats being poisoned, and all the hell I've been through since opening up that can of worms. And I will pass any polygraph examination out there because my truth has not wavered and changed in 25 years, and it never will. If you come back 15, 20 years from now, Christy, Kevin, we once talked 15, I'm still going to be this little old man sitting in a chair talking the same talk, walking that talk. It's not going to change. Truth never changes. Only lies change. And if you look back on the last 25 years of my publications, what I have written, what I have published, it's never wavered. Not one P that I crossed and not one I that I dotted has ever been manipulated. And it never will. The missing pieces will not change. That's my book.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this interview with Paul Kevin Curtis, the Elvis impersonator who was then accused of a plot to kill the president. Pretty wild story. Hope you're enjoying this. Want to take a quick break so that you can hear from those that make this show possible. Thank you for watching Lindell TV. We'll be right back in a moment.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now. Let's face it, you can't trust Big Pharma. They've already tried to block ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and raise prices on everything from antibiotics to your daily meds. Well, there's good news. All Family Pharmacy is standing up for medical freedom and helping people get the treatments they actually want. My family and I use them all the time. They made it easy and affordable without the runaround. While other pharmacies are jacking up prices, they've actually dropped theirs. Ivermectin now starts at just $2 a capsule. Use my promo code Lindell10, you get an extra 10% off of that. You need ivermectin, antibiotics, or methylene blue, you name it, they've got it. They make it simple. You fill out a short online form, a licensed doctor reviews it, and your meds ship fast right to your front door. If you want to be prepared and have your medications on hand, this is your new pharmacy. Visit allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. Promo code Lindell10 saves you even more. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell. Promo code Lindell10.
Welcome to Vocal, the free speech social app that gives you a platform to amplify your voice. Speak freely, connect boldly, and be part of a growing movement for truth, faith, and freedom. Want to know what's happening right now? The Now Playing feature shows you exactly who's live and what's streaming in real time. Check out the show's feed, a non-stop lineup including Lindell TV News 24/7, shows and on-demand programming all in one place. Connect with your favorite host and never miss a show. Explore the featured page for quick access to Lindell Lindell TV's top shows. Follow your favorites and watch their newest content flow right into your feed. And when they go live on Vocal, you can join the live chat and be part of the action. Ask questions, share your thoughts, even help shape future shows. Stay informed on issues around securing our elections by following your state's Cause of America account. Join a group and connect on a deeper level, from faith and freedom to the future of our nation. Go to vocal.com or download the app today and be a part of the mission to save our country.
Whether it's being a weekend warrior or spending time with your family, feeling your best is the key to doing the things you love. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nirvanta. It's a natural solution designed to help you stay active and live well naturally. Nirvanta is a topical blend of all natural essential oils like frankincense, myrrh, and a proprietary gold standard plant stock extract. It's perfect for your hands, feet, knees, back, or anywhere else that needs a little extra care. Use Nirvanta proactively as part of your daily maintenance routine, and you're guaranteed you're going to feel the difference. Simply massage Nirvanta in for at least 60 seconds, 2 to 3 times a day to get the best results. And if you're not completely satisfied, you get your money back. No questions asked. There's simply no risk and no reason not to try Nirvanta today. Right now, you get 15% off with code Lindell exclusively at nirvantahealth.com. So stop reaching out for that medicine cabinet. Get Nirvanta instead and experience the difference. Go to nirvantahealth.com. Use code Lindell to get 15% off today. Nirvanta Health. Live well naturally. With everybody talking about making America healthy again, I thought today'd be a great day to talk to all my fellow patriots about the importance of making your homes healthy again. Well, we have proudly partnered with airwaterhealing.com and their revolutionary whole home air purification system. The V3 from Air Water Healing does 3,000 square feet of purification. It eliminates dust, mold, viruses, and odors. But here's the part I love. They require no filters to ever be changed and virtually no maintenance. Whether you suffer from asthma, allergies, seasonal bronchitis, or just want to protect your family from the flu or even greater threats, don't wait to get your V3 from airwaterhealing.com today. Use code Lindell for 20% off in savings and free shipping. That's promo code Lindell at airwaterhealing.com.
Your book, which they really relied on heavily to make the Netflix docuseries, as your own words, your own book, which was really pretty cool. So how did that feel when you were able to truly tell your story, not get censored, through this Kings of Tupelo Netflix series?
It felt like a weight was lifted off of me, and it was very emotional. My mother was still alive when I was going through this for 3.5 years, filming with a 20-man crew from LA and New York. And, you know, you got to understand, I worked towards this for over 20 years. So 2 decades of my life, I woke up every single day of my life, and I would sit at the computer and dig and research and connect the dots and put pieces of the puzzle together and write the screenplay and write the book. So when I finished my book, exactly what I said and was fearful that would happen to me happened to me. Like, I was walking around for years saying, I'm going to be like Lee Harvey Oswald. People would say, what do you mean? I'm going to be framed and it's going to involve the president of the United States. Oh, don't say that, says my mother. Oh, don't say that, says Jamie, the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce in Louisiana, who hired me to be a featured entertainer for a festival down in where I was raised. And I go down there and I do the festival. We go and eat. And I tell her, yeah, this is my life. I know you hired me to perform for your crowd that you have every year at this festival. And she says, oh my God, you brought the house down. Our phones have been ringing off the hook. Everyone says you are the best entertainer we've ever had in 20 years. All the women are called in. Is he going to be here next year? I'm going to be here. I'm going to be first in line. I've never seen anything like the ultimate tribute extravaganza. And so she was so blown away. And then I blew her mind with my political world about the body parts. And she just sat there chewing her nails going, oh my God. Like, I didn't know all that was going on in your life. Like, when I hired you and booked you, I just thought, hey, this guy's a hell of an entertainer. And she's like, do you think you should not talk about what you saw? Like, do you think they're going to kill you? I said, I don't know. I feel like there's a contract on my life, but I really feel that I'm going to be like Lee Harvey Oswald, and I'm going to be framed in some type of presidential deal. It's going to be like Lee Harvey Oswald looking into the cameras going, I'm just a patsy. I didn't do anything. I like President Kennedy, and that's how it was with Lee Harvey Oswald. I've spoken to people in his family over the past 20 years, and they all say the same thing. He was framed. He never pulled the trigger. And you know what? When you become president of the United States, you're privy to those secret documents. So why is President Trump not talking about what he knows with the Kennedy assassination, with the walk on the moon, with geoengineering, cloud seeding, and chemtrails, pollution in the sky sprayed by commercial jets? Oh, I could talk about some conspiracy theories, but the reason I'm sitting here in this chair talking to you today is for one reason only. Something happened to me 25 years ago that was extraordinary. And it happened where Elvis Aaron Presley was born, and he got the hell out. You don't hear people saying, yeah, if it wouldn't have been for Tupelo, Mississippi, we wouldn't even know Elvis. Bullshit. If it wasn't for Elvis leaving the building forever, then you would know. Because Elvis and his family knew if they stayed in Tupelo, they would have died early, and they would have been a statistic. No one ever would have known who the king of rock and roll was. It was only till he left and got the hell out and went to Memphis, Tennessee, a whole nother state, that he was recognized and appreciated for his talent. He was called pure white trash when he was in Tupelo, Mississippi, and the entire Presley family was, and today, is treated like pure trash. I know all of the members of the Presley family. I could call them right now on my phone, cousins, aunts, and uncles, and hold it up right here to you, and they would all tell you we have never been liked or embraced by Tupelo, Mississippi. We have always been hated by Tupelo, Mississippi. The law enforcement has always kept our children in jails and prisons and murdered. I've got Presley's on my phone speed dial right now I could call, and their children were murdered. They were killed. Why? There's a Presley curse. I don't know. Is it the Tupelo curse? I don't know. I got the hell out of Tupelo, and I never looked back, and I will never go back to Tupelo, Mississippi. I lost everything. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there that lose everything for a choice that they made, a mistake that they made. I try not to look back on any part of my life and go, that was a mistake. Oh, I was successful then that time. Oh, I was real successful then. Oh, that was a bad mistake. Tony Robbins says if you learn one minute lesson from every choice you make in life, then you're successful. And you're successful on every level of your life, then you make no mistakes. If there's one message from it, if you learn one tiny little thing from every single choice you make, then you're setting yourself up for complete success. You can no longer fail at anything. Yes, missing pieces. It gave me a chance to open up and talk in front of the camera on Netflix and tell my truth. And you know what? It resonated. Millions of people around the world are reaching out to me. Oh God, yeah, I believe you. I believe you're not crazy. I believe you're an honest, good man. And that I owe Netflix for. Otherwise, people in Korea wouldn't wake up and email me. People in Jamaica wouldn't email me. Canada, Winnipeg, Canada, Ontario, Canada, Nova Scotia, Canada, Russia. I mean, New York, Florida, Jasper, Alabama. I have so many emails that by the time I'm 80, I still will be trying to answer messages and emails from people. There's no way in the world I'll have to hire someone to get back to it. But hey, it happened. I am the whistleblower to bone tissue, organ, and black market body parts harvested. That's never going to change. Now, people tell me, you're lucky to be alive. If it is owned by the mafia, if that thing is mafia based and mafia profits from it, and it's organized crime involved with the healthcare system, people that have access to our loved ones' bodies. When my mother died in my arms this May, half the police force showed up in my front yard at 1 o'clock in the morning. I cussed them out. I told them I didn't like corrupt cops in Mississippi, and their presence was not appreciated. Get the hell off of this property. And they were like, "Oh, how you doing?" I was like, "Shake your hand. I saw your docuseries. It was great. Oh, I know you don't like cops, but hey, I like you, man. Hey, my name is so and so. If you ever need any help, call me. I'm a law officer, so and so." And I'm sitting here. My mother just died. Why are you here? You're breaking protocol. She was on hospice. There's no murder to investigate. So my mother died in my arms, literally in my arms, and she got to watch the Kings of Tupelo about 5 times, and she liked it. Mama liked it. And when my mother was dying, I told her, when you die, I know that you came to live with me because you knew I'm the only one that would watch your body from the time you took your last breath until you were 6 feet under. And she's like, and that's why my mama came to this house and died in the back room while I was holding her and listening to her heartbeat with a stethoscope. And I didn't leave her side. I was with her at the morgue. I was with her, every step of the way, and Mama knew. And I told her before she died, I said, when you leave this world, there will be no more Elvis impressions. I will not ever put on Elvis suits and go out on stage again and be Elvis Presley. I did that for you, Mom, all since I was 10 years old, 1977, until today. I said, when we put you in the ground, that's it. I'll probably auction all my suits, the car that I was framed in, the white Ford Escape, the gold shoes, the blue suede shoes. I have shoes dating back to 1985 that I bought in Tupelo, Mississippi, at a thrift store where Elvis used to get his things at. But I'm going to tell you what, this just Netflix was something I worked at 7 days a week for almost 20 years. And I told people 5 years before I signed the contract, I just said, I spoke it into existence. I said, I'm going to get a Netflix contract. I'm going to get this to the largest streamlined platform in the entire universe, and everyone's going to know what happened. And it's going to open up this giant can of national global worms where all these victims come for. Oh God, let me tell you what happened to me and my mama and my daddy and my aunt, and my uncle and my nephew and my grandma. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I don't know, call it a psychic ability, call it I am extremely tuned in. Maybe the motorcycle accident I had in 1985 where I crashed into a concrete curb head on and cracked my skull. I should have died. If I had not had a helmet on, I would have instantly died in 1985. But ever since that moment in time on Highway 61 in Natchez, Mississippi, I have predicted things like the death of Prince. I woke up one morning, I sent an email to 10 people. I said, keep your eye on Prince. He's next. 2 weeks later, he was dead. Whitney Houston, same thing. Michael Jackson, I told 40 people, Michael Jackson's about to die. And people are like, don't email me if you think I'm about to die, man. I don't want to freaking know. It's like, ever since that motorcycle accident, I have been able to predict things. I've been able to know truth. When truth is staring other people in the face, they're going, I see no evil, hear no evil, know no evil. Like, I am unfiltered. I cannot be coached. And maybe that's why people are not working with me. They feel like I'm a loose cannon. They feel, oh, we're going to hire his brother or 5,000 other low-grade impersonators that glue on their sideburns and put on a fake wig. Never did any of that. What you see is real. I grow my own sideburns. My hair is real. It's not dyed. It's not a wig. I am real. I sing with no auto-tune. I practiced every day sitting home with my guitar and singing into a mic that sound like 75 different voices. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. It's just incredible. No one like it. Incredible, unbelievable. Ultimate tribute extravaganza. Nothing like it in the world. That's my Trump impression. I do 70 others, but I'm labeled an Elvis Presley impersonator. I mean, that's not who I am. I write country music. I write my own songs. I produce my own songs. I record my own songs. I go to Nashville. I enter contests. I win songwriting contests at the Bluebird Cafe on Broadway Street, downtown Nashville. I've got a beard or a goatee. Nobody even associates me with Elvis Presley. I knew in 1977, my mother said, "You're going to be the best Elvis impersonator on the planet, Kevin." That's what she told me when I was 10 years old, and I won the first county fair contest that they ever had in Natchez, and I took home the first place trophy doing Teddy Bear, Don't Be Cruel. And from that moment on, I was linked to Elvis Presley. Every time I entered a contest and they put me in the newspaper, I would ask them, please don't put me as an Elvis impersonator, because when I grow up, I want to do my own thing. People to look at me immediately think of Elvis Presley. That's going to take away my artistic value as a human being. And so they would do whatever I asked. They would say, okay, we're just going to put an entertainer from Tupelo, Mississippi, performing tribute to the stars, an entertainer from Tupelo performing ultimate tribute extravaganza. So,
well, JC, I think it's cool because you do share your music talent and how wide a range you have on your social medias. I want to encourage people to follow you on Facebook. What's the because I'm running out of time here. How should they find you on Facebook again?
I'm just the real Paul Kevin Curtis.
Real Paul Kevin Curtis, the real Paul Kevin Curtis on Facebook, and then he's also on Instagram.
And we got the KC merchandise page also on Facebook where you can buy T-shirts and hats and whatnot.
Yes, and please do. And you said that there's people that are canceling you and not wanting to talk to you because you're loose cannon or because you're telling the truth. But obviously, here on Lindell TV, we are looking for people telling the truth and being their authentic selves, and we're a station that doesn't cancel anyone and actually wants to elevate people's voices that have been suppressed. So thank you for your time. I'm really glad I got to catch up with you, and I'm sure since this is of interest to you, the things that are being kept quiet, we'll try and have you on it in the future to cover some other topics. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You bet. All right. I want to just encourage you folks to continue to support this network so that we can talk to other people whose voices have been actively suppressed, duct taped shut by people like Katie Couric. And you can do that by going to mypillow.com. You go to mypillow.com/KL. That's mypillow.com/KL. Use promo code KL and you can stock up on all kinds of things. He's added all kinds of different products there, and just use that promo code to continue to support this network, continue to support this show in general. And also want to make sure that I give you the scripture of the day. The scripture of the day is, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes," from Psalm 37:7. I thought that one was appropriate. I also have a daily devotional show. I'm going to be starting at an earlier time. So to get the information and the details on that, just go to ChristyLeeTV.locals.com. That's ChristyLeeTV.locals.com. Well, thanks again for watching, and don't forget to spread the word and share with friends. Get free with Christy Lee now on LindellTV.com.
I'm pointing to Mike Lindell. That man suffered. That man suffered. The FBI thugs went up to him and they took away everything he had. He suffered. And Mrs. Lindell.
Then you guys come up and serve me papers in Colorado.
What is this? Sir, what is this? My pillow guy Mike Lindell says the lawsuit is a sham.
How dare him come and sue my pillow?
They went after him. It was just terrible. This was a vicious weaponization of your government. But I'll tell you, he stood up. He's all man. He stood up strong.
Do I think you guys and them are a traitor to our country by what you did to my bill? Yes. We are made in America.
Lindell says he's lost hundreds of millions of dollars.
And nothing was going to faze him. And I want to thank you on behalf of everybody, Mike. You put up with a tremendous amount.
How do you guys sleep at night? You obviously don't have a My Pillow. That's a fact.
He's a great guy.
Welcome to Vocal, the free speech social app that gives you a platform to amplify your voice. Speak freely, connect boldly, and be part of a growing movement for truth, faith, and freedom. Want to know what's happening right now? The Now Playing feature shows you exactly who's live and what's streaming in real time. Check out the show's feed, a non-stop lineup including Lindell TV News 24/7, shows and on-demand programming all in one place. Connect with your favorite host and never miss a show. Explore the featured page for quick access to Lindell TV's top shows. Follow your favorites and watch their newest content flow right into your feed. And when they go live on Vocal, you can join the live chat and be part of the action. Ask questions, share your thoughts, even help shape future shows. Stay informed on issues around securing our elections by following your state's Cause of America account. Join a group and connect on a deeper level, from faith and freedom to the future of our nation. Go to vocal.com or download the app today and be a part of the mission to save our country.